Hey guys, Nighthawk465 here, and today I'm bringing you a review of the new Xandria album. This was released February 27th in Europe and March 6th in the US and Canada on Napalm Records. This is the Neverworld's End album. 5 years in the making, and it is one very epic affair. This album, I'm not going to go into a track by track because for some reason I end up going over the record times whenever I do, but this album is a very good album. I really enjoyed the first track on this album, A Prophecy of Worlds to Fall. It's got kind of an epic, bombastic beginning, kind of a real fantasy, Lord of the Rings type orchestral beginning, mixed with really, really heavy guitars, really, really good tune here. The next song I really enjoyed was Valentine. Um, this was the single of the album, and it was very, very good. Very fast-paced guitars, very good drums, very catchy chorus. Yeah, just a really, really good track and very good single. I would have to say. The vocalist, sorry, the vocalist on this album, their new vocalist that they got, Manuela Crawler, is amazing. This album reminded me so much of the old Oceanborn Nightwish. She sounds a lot like the Taria era Nightwish. It was very good. I picked up this album after listening to the first three tracks. The third track that I enjoyed on this album, however, was Forevermore. I really enjoyed Forevermore. Um, it was kind of a mid-tempo to, kind of chuggy, had some chuggy riffs, really, kind of that sort of thing. Really dreamy type orchestral parts. Yeah, it's not a ballad. It's kind of, I'm gonna quote Marco on this, and I'm probably gonna do that for a lot of this review. But I'm gonna quote Marco. Forevermore has the characteristics of a ballad, but it's not a ballad. It's just a really, really good song. I really enjoyed this track. The next song that I really enjoyed was Euphoria. This is kind of a heavier track. Similar, the beginning part kind of reminded me of Wishmaster, of the beginning part in Wishmaster. Yeah, really heavy guitars, really good drums, really catchy chorus here. Manuela's vocals are really good here as well. The next song that I really, really enjoyed was, I enjoyed a lot of the songs on this album actually, but like I said, I'm not going to go into a detailed track by track, but yeah, I really enjoyed Blood on My Hands. It's kind of a mid-tempo, really kind of has like a music box feel in some parts as well. I really kind of liked that about this song, but I really, really liked the middle part, where it was very operatical. This is a very good track. Um, this is the guitar work is nice. The drums are well, the drums are really kind of um, I want to say mid tempo drums here. Very good track indeed. I really enjoyed this track. Soul Crusher, one of the heaviest songs on this album. Very, very reminiscent of the old style Metallica riff. Very good track. Very nice drums, nice powerful drums. Um, a very good middle part, actually. I really enjoyed the middle part of this track. I enjoyed Soul Crusher immensely. Manuela's vocals on Soul Crusher are phenomenal as well. Yeah, definitely one of the highlights of this album. Very, very catchy as well. Catchy chorus, very um, bombastic. Um, Another track I really enjoyed was Cursed. I really enjoyed Cursed because it was kind of like a piratey kind of romp, very catchy and heavy. Lots of violins as well. I really like the integration of the violin on this CD. Um, yeah, this is also a highlight and one that if you're gonna give this album a listen, you should definitely check it out. Um, the next track I really, really liked was the Nomad's Crown. I loved the Nomad's Crown. There was a lot of other tracks on this album that I liked as well, such as The Dream Is Still Alive. Very good ballad. Very good kind of ballad track. Very slow, and it's about uh, the band and how far they've come over the past 5 years. I really like that song. And The Thousand Letters. Before we go into Nomad's Crown, I want to go into A Thousand Letters because this was probably one of the ones I really, really enjoyed on this album. It's a mid to slow tempo song. Um, it's basically been written by Manuela um, for uh, basically it talks about how her grandfather was fighting in World War II and how, the love for his love for her grandmother just, kept him going and kept him strong. And he used to write letters, uh, you know, to her. Uh, you know, he used to write letters home and that sort of thing. And this song is like Manuela has just poured every bit of her emotion into this song. And like there's slow parts, slow dramatic parts. There's mid-tempo parts. And then the song just gets really, really epic. But the epic parts are really, like, I love in this song how everything fits. Everything happens when it's supposed to in this song. It is just a really, really good song. I also enjoyed Call of the Wind, which was a kind of a sailor's chant, I guess. Um, it was very, very good. Very kind of. I don't know. It's just kind of a very sailor, very much like the Islander in Nightwish. Put it that way. It's kind of Xandria's version of the Islander, and it was very good. I enjoyed it immensely. Now we're gonna go into the Nomad's Crown. This was the song I probably enjoyed the most on the album. This is a 9-minute epic, kind of almost like a TV short of an Arabian Nights tale put to music. This is a very good track. This is kind of also the roller coaster of the album, where it's slow at starts out with a kind of an East Indian style type music, then kicks you in the face with double bass drums and really fast guitars. Then kind of we take a spiral down type of, yeah, it's just really much like a roller coaster. I really enjoyed this song. Um, it also reminded me a lot of the old Prince of Persia, Sands of Time type video game, that sort of thing. But yeah, I really, for the most part, I really, really enjoyed this entire album. There is not one song on this album that I could say that I completely hate and would not listen to. I really enjoyed this album. I'm going to give this album a... Well, first I'm going to go into the parts that I really felt needed a little bit, not too much, because this is an album that was, like I said, this is a masterpiece of an album. However, there were a few little gripes that I had, like very little though. Some of the spoken words that Manuela uses, she does use a bit of spoken words in some of the songs. And I think this adds a nice touch. However, in some parts, I felt that the music, particularly there was one part, I think it was in the Lost Elysium, there was one part of that song that had a spoken word part in it, and the music was just so loud that you couldn't even hear what she was saying. That being said, it's still an excellent, excellent album, and you should definitely not hesitate to pick it up if you are a fan of the old Nightwish. So I'm going to go ahead and give this album a 9 out of 10. This has been Nighthawk. I hope this review has been informative, and I hope to get another review up soon. I will try my best to get one up. It probably won't be till after the 15th sometime, because the 15th um, is the big release date for Diablo 3, and I plan to be playing the crap out of that game. So yeah, um, I'll try and get another album review up within the next couple of weeks. And yeah,